And we back once again. Bearish sequences confirming all over the place. So, if you're interested in hearing about some more market moves type sequences and really mixed signals that are happening in the market right here as we're headed near all-time highs, or we're trading near all-time highs. Basically, we're starting to get a situation where the market is trying to form a top, in my opinion, sort of how you would start to analyze a bottom and start trying to identify market bottoms or stock bottoms, that kind of thing. You want to start seeing a sequence or a pattern develop first. Develop a little bit of evidence on your side, and be very, very cautious, in my opinion, on your thesis, because the market is going to throw a ton of curveballs, just like I got thrown one today, because I got super cocky. And so just a lesson: don't get super cocky when you're trading the markets. I blew up my Top Step account today because I was basically trading this perfectly. I was up so much. I was feeling so good, and they hit me with this move 6. Now move 6 is this guy right here. And basically it's just a bearish reversal move that happens between 2 and 3 p.m. And so this is the exact thing that happened right after this move 4, which is this guy right here. The small gap down, sell, buy, retest, and then a consolidation, and then end higher. Basically that's what you saw there. So I'm looking at this like, I'm making these videos, I'm calling this market perfect, I'm playing it, I'm trading this perfect, I'm up a ton of money here, I can do no wrong. And I got sideswiped. Now looking back at it, I was basically, I would have, if I was paying attention and I wasn't being so cocky, if I didn't have my ego blinding me, I would have seen that this was a move 6 happening, and I would have capitalized on this move as well. But I was not paying attention, and I was still reveling in all the money I had made here, calling this move 4. And I was just buying these dips here and riding them up. That I kept trying to buy these dips again, and they basically run my daily loss limit to almost to the exact penny, and took my account out. So I had to reset the account, and then I finally got in on this little this little bear flag or whatever, and got short and got back to where I was before. Basically, I got back to where I was before I got taken out. So mistake was made, and just let that be known, that even though you can call a market perfect, that one little slip up, that one little mess up, that one little moment of cockiness can take you out. So hopefully, if you don't learn anything else from this video, hopefully it's that. All right, moving on till tomorrow. We're not going to let any of that stop us. The risk indicator from the MMRI actually went down today, which again, it's the same kind of thing where the risk of owning equities long actually goes down when you see these sell-offs. So we're talking longer term here, broader environment. I'm not talking about tomorrow, because I think tomorrow we're still in a bearish sequence here. So I think in the short term, you're going to see these kind of whipsaw moves, these rug pulls at certain areas, certain times. So definitely going to be on the lookout for stuff like that. But this move 2 that happened here turned into a move 4 is sort of a weaker bullish move. It's not that great for trading, as you can see. I mean, unless you're trading futures and you're catching these lows here, which all I was doing was just buying the overnight low or near it, just buying this consolidation area here. And so this little zone here was just great for buying the dip, and I was just basically paying attention to the volume there. So there was no sell volume happening, so I was just saying, there's not enough sellers to really punch it through. The sellers came in when you were least expecting it. So that was, again, my bad. But anyways, not a strong bullish move coming off the heels of a move 2, which is this guy. Gap up and sell. And that's what happened, gap up and then sell. The end of the second half of the day was a little bit more bullish than most move 2s. Most move 2s will end up closing a lot lower. So that's why I thought today might be a little bullish. And if you remember, if you listen to my last video I don't know, most people didn't, but if you did, I was kind of throwing out the hypothesis that we could see a sort of double top, but I was thinking it was going to happen in ES, and ES never even got back to all-time highs. It was the Qs that actually made new all-time highs and then sold off. So it performed the double top by tagging that all-time high and then selling off. So again, that should have been a trigger for me as well, because the same thing happened yesterday as the market was trying to break out. We also had RTY. Its all-time highs are 23.30. And so yesterday, as it's trying to break up, the Qs are trying to break up at the same time, and then ES is making new highs. So at that point right there, I was basically telling my buddy in the chat, that, you know, if they can break this up, the market's going to absolutely explode. And that happened to be the exact moment that it reversed on everybody. So I got to keep that in mind, that when you're seeing these indices do this, that there's probably a reversal nearby. Even though I was kind of expecting a reversal, I was not expecting it today, that's for sure, even though I should have been. So let's see, what else? So as far as owning equities and staying long and buying the dips on stuff you like, that is still the play, at least in the long term. And so I am still a longer term bull, short term bear. And the only thing about being a short term bear now is that I'm just more apt to sell the rips versus buy the dip and stay long. I'm still open to buying the supports, and but you know, obviously a lot more cognizant of possible sells at key levels. The sequence went from super bullish 711 13477, basically led to a 2, and then a move 4 and a move 6, which is this guy. Move 6, sell off at the end of the day between 2 and 3. See what time it happened. It happened a little earlier than normal. Happened at about, just call it 1:30ish or so, is when they started that move 6, and that was a pretty nasty move. But as expected, after move 2, you start seeing the move 6. Now we're expecting bearish sequence type pattern. If they open it above this little white line here, which is going to be this 45.58 level, if they open it above it, I expect a dip into these levels here, maybe even to test today's low. And then I do expect a bounce. Now, I don't anticipate the bounce taking us above. I don't anticipate taking it above 45.75, that's for sure. So I expect some sort of move like this, which would be a move 11 type of move, or head and shoulder type formation. If we do get an open, I expect this kind of movement. Mainly because we're not super bearish. This isn't a super bearish pattern. It's more of like a consolidation pattern, topping consolidation type pattern. But if we start seeing a break of this level here and a spike in the VIX, then I do expect much lower levels are in play here. So maybe testing these levels down here. So what else? Mobidex options activity was extremely bearish today. And I say extremely just because we haven't actually broken out of this little consolidation zone here on the oscillator. We just broke lower there. So until we get back into this zone, we're officially in a bearish zone here, not even oversold yet on that. So again, this is why I'm leaning bearish. As far as playing the daily move, I'm expecting, not that bad of a bear move. But if we do get a gap down, then you're going to want to sell this rip, because you're going to get a move. You're going to get this move 3, which is it's a gap down. And then basically it's going to just melt down all day. So I would like that, because that's an easier trade than this move 11 or a move 2. The move 3 is super easy, but we'll have to see how that works. And you have to play it by ear. So don't, if you're taking any of this as financial advice, please don't risk any of your money off of this. I'm basically doing this for my own mentality, because this definitely is helping me as far as my trade plans and stuff like that. Hopefully you're getting an idea of what it takes to basically come up with a plan and use your own systems. If you take anything from this, that's great, but definitely don't try to make a trade off of what I'm saying here, because in the middle of the day, I don't know if I told you this already, but I got at the beginning of the video, I got whacked here just because I wasn't paying attention. And so if you don't know what you're doing, even if you know what you're doing, like me, I feel like I know what I'm doing as far as this method goes. I got whacked even because I just wasn't paying attention. So anyways, hopefully this video helps you guys, and if you like it, comment, subscribe, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace.